So Ekin posted a picture of me and him. You know, me and Ekin go way back, right? So Ekin posted a picture of him and I for the podcast, and we were hugging each other, right? We were out. It was a photo that we took like pre-Rona. Okay, this was before the Rona. We were at Gasparilla, I think, and we took a photo together. So
can I stop you for a second?
Okay.
Because I don't know what you're looking at, but we're not actually hugging each other. Here's what happens in the picture. You are standing there, and I walk up behind you like I so often do, and I just hug you around your neck real quick. The dude takes a picture, and we're gone. Like I'm back to hosting the party, DJing. There is no we're prerequisite in this thing, and almost and I'm gonna have to repost the picture probably after this happens. But it's almost sounding as if like we're in some embracing hug. That ain't what we're in.
It was a photo. It was like, hey, the photographer's like, hey, let me get a picture of y'all. Y'all obviously know each other. So we both look at the camera. Now, here's the thing. I remember when we took this photo, Ekin, the way he's in the back, you know, and it's kind of like a hug. I don't even remember, to be honest. Something like that. It's some sort of a half hug. It's not like your arms are like this, but you're not just standing there like.
No, I'm not doing that because my love for you is bigger than that. Like I go way back with you. Like I have no problem telling people I love you or used to love you, something like that.
Oh my God.
My love for you is deeper than just like, oh, this is a picture. You are family to me. So my reaching around your neck to hug you, that's what it is. It's nothing more. It's almost like a sister, cousin, bestie. It's that type of thing.
I agree.
Right. That's what it is to me. Now, again, what I don't want to happen when you're telling this story is that it's like we had some embracing hug. It could have been real questionable because I'm the king of understanding what questionable is. I can make things real questionable. That's how I feel inside. I feel like I literally walked up on you. You're standing there. It's like, yo, let's take this picture. So I put my arm around you like your neck pretty much and we take a picture. Now, you can go on with the story. I'll stop again. I'll be the guy who listens. I don't want you to feel like as though you can't get a word in. Yeah,
but you're right. You're right because you're right. In describing that photo, you are absolutely right. Now, there is nothing wrong with this photo in my eyes, in your eyes. We know it was a photo like we were hanging out like we always do. Boom, there's a photographer. No big deal. Move on. Next day. Well, Ekin recently reposted that photo, and I have a boyfriend who had a problem with it.
Can I raise my hand and stop you one more time?
Okay, go ahead, because I thought you were listening, but okay.
But I am listening, but I feel like, seriously, and this is, again, I am listening, but I do feel like as you tell this story, things should be put into context. That's and honestly and truly, my love for you will not change. But if I'm being perfectly transparent, that is where I have a major issue with what we're going through right now. So that's why I want to add context to this story as you're telling it. So Now, you were at the part of I reposted the photo. The reason I want to stop you here is because there is a reason that I posted the photo. And the reason I posted the photo is because we had an episode of the podcast drop and I wanted everybody to know, hey, go check out our podcast. And a very big phrase, that's a very big caption that's going around on Instagram right now is felt cute, might delete later. So I took the picture and went, might drop a podcast later, because that is the promotion of us. That's how we move. That is it. And that's why I'm stopping you. Not to say that what you're telling is a lie, but I just want to keep everything within context. Because
you're absolutely right.
Right. So there you go. Now it's your turn.
Yeah. So it was for the podcast. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that because I did say that earlier in the beginning. So it was a photo. Again, it was to promote the podcast. No issue with it. Whatever. Double tap. Move on. Course, I get a text later about that same post from my boyfriend, and it doesn't look like we're friends. This has nothing to do with the podcast. So in his eyes, just seeing the photo, because you and I know, Ekin, that I knew it was nothing. I had no problem with the photo to begin with. Okay. Then him seeing it and him feeling like, well, it looks like you're together with him. It just looks weird. And, and he has all these concerns. And I'm like, okay, I know it's nothing. I know it's no problem. Let me get ahead of this issue because I know it's going to be, first of all, I was not going to come to you with it. I really wasn't. I never do. I've had this issue before, not with this guy, but with boyfriends. Anytime I take a photo, girls take photos with men. It's always a problem in relationships, no matter what. It just happens. Okay. So, and I've kept this to myself so many times and I never bother the other person because I know what it is. So this particular time I said, oh, this is going to create a long-term argument. This is going to be a whole thing that it's nothing. So what is it to say, you know what, Ekin, this is what's going on. Just delete the photo. I don't even want to argue with him. He is wrong. But at the same time, I have to be considerate when you're in a relationship, you have to be considerate of the other person's feelings. And that's what I normally don't do, because I'm always like, no, like I'm very stubborn. And this one time, which is funny, Ekin, because I've actually had this issue with you with another boyfriend that I never told you about. But because people don't understand our friendship. Like, we really rock with each other. Like, we know each other anyway. So that's the whole reason that I had to come to you and like humble myself and be like, look, just can you please delete the photo, because it's going to cause more problems. And I don't want to deal with it. I don't like arguing. I don't make time to argue. I pulled the friend card. Like, Ekin, I need you an emergency friend card. Like, can you please do this for me? And I totally understand why you were like so bothered by it, because you know it was just a picture. It was about the podcast. And I don't know. I'm talking a lot. Okay, I'll let you speak, because I feel like I'm going in circles now.
No, yeah. And honestly, like I appreciate the fact that on this platform right here that we're working on and creating, that we're having this kind of an open discussion.